football playmakers for week 4. Let's start off in TCU with Josh Hoover. This is a guy that's up there in the Heisman conversation. TCU is undefeated. They're 4-0. Them and Texas Tech to win the Big 12. It's going to be a nice battle between those two teams. But Hoover, 5 passing touchdowns, 397 yards passing, and 1 interception. Just a great performance against SMU to get the victory. He can move out the pocket, has great mobility, accurate as hell. Great pocket awareness, 79% adjusted completion percentage. He doesn't take sacks. He's a 3-year starter, protects the ball, doesn't put the ball in harm's way too much. So this is a guy that should be looked at in this upcoming draft class as somebody that, could be a sleeper, could be somebody that could lead your franchise. Big as hell, athletic, strong as fuck, quick release, good pocket awareness. He could end up being QB1 in this next upcoming draft class. I wouldn't be surprised. So far, he's made a lot of big-time throws. So Josh Hoover, named to watch for this upcoming draft class and for the Heisman race. The next guy I have is his receiver, Eric McAllister. Eric McAllister had a dominant day. 8 catches, 254 yards with 3 receiving touchdowns, 31.7 yards per reception. He's a complete receiver. He dogged SMU secondary. It didn't matter. The long ball. He's a big play threat at his finest, and this was his really breakout game to show that he is a top receiver in the country. Coming into this week 4 game, he had 66 yards receiving. He was graded as the 3rd highest receiver this week. 89.5 PFF grade. So this is a receiver to watch out for. I expect him and Josh Hoover's connection to get better and better, and maybe he can make a name for himself this season. After a performance like this, he's got people talking. The next guy I have is quarterback for Colorado, Kaidon Salter. He definitely showed that Liberty version of himself. He was great outside the pocket, making great decisions. He's always been somebody that's very decisive. If he doesn't like what he sees, he's running the ball, and I wish he would ran more. Crazy to say because he had 86 yards rushing, but he's somebody that can run for 100 yards every single game. Had a 35-yard rushing touchdown, so looked good in the pocket, made some great throws. Would love to see him throw to Amarion Miller. That's a receiver that's a fucking dog. So he has the weapons. The quarterback competition is put to rest. It was a Bryce Young situation. He benefited from getting benched, benefited from, seeing other guys go out there and steal his reps. So this was a great comeback to reality situation for Kaidon Salter. He dominated Wyoming, 304 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns, 100.9.8 QPR. So this is the exact version that Colorado wanted to see of Kaidon Salter. And if he can play like this, Colorado can continue to stack great performances and get some wins. This was his breakout game. So I'm excited to see more of Kaidon Salter. I'm excited to see him put up some more performances like this because I think he's one of the more underrated quarterbacks in college football. Followed him at Liberty. Great player, and he's one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in college football, so would love to see him continue to play like this. Lenore Sellers, although he didn't get the job done and he made some bad, misreads, some open throws down the stretch, Lenore Sellers still put up a Heisman kind of performance, the performance we expect out of him. The highs are very high with Lenore Sellers, and although he has some low moments, some missing some open throws, missing some stuff, those could be corrected. This is not Anthony Richardson. This is a guy that is a more polished passer, smart player, has more film out there, more tape. 18 for 28, 302 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns. This just showed you how good he can be. And now the South Carolina offense, they don't have great receivers. They don't have a good running back. Their offensive line is terrible. So you take him off the field, you saw what type of team this is last week against Vanderbilt. Lenore Sellers, though, is his offense. He's the most important player to his offense in college football. They don't do anything good offensively other than Lenore Sellers being the hero and putting on his cape. So if he goes to an NFL team, they look at the tape, they look at the stuff that needs to be corrected. In the NFL, you put him in a good situation, he would go crazy. The talent would be there. You put him in a situation with a good offensive line, good receivers to get the ball to, good run game, good offensive mind. He would go crazy. The arm talent is crazy. He threw some beautiful deep balls. Arm angles are good. He has that running ability. Fast as hell. Can truck guys. So I think he has more superstar potential than any quarterback in the FBS. Want to see more from him. Want to see him be more polished as a passer. And I think that will come with time and come with the right development staff and the right people around him developing him in the NFL. But so far, South Carolina, them in the college football playoff, all that shit's over. This is not a team that's going to win too much. This is not a team that's going to, go on a playoff run. This is a team that's going to probably win 8 to 9 games at the very highest. Desmond Williams is another quarterback with superstar potential. He's a younger quarterback, but he put on a clinic against Washington State. 16 for 19, 386 total yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 of 4 on deep passes, 5 for 5 on third down, 80 yards rushing, so he has that dynamic ability, really makes Washington a really fun team to watch. Back to their Jake Browning days when this was a nice team. Desmond Williams gives them that same energy, that same competitive levelness. He's still raw, still has some things he needs to improve on his game as a passer, but 2027 draft class, he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks selected. Has great arm strength, great spin on the ball, kind of plays like Kyler Murray, kind of plays like Bryce Young. There's a lot of good comparisons for him, but the talent is there, special talent, superstar kind of potential. He could run a 4.3. He's that damn fast. He has the highest dropback EPA at 0.67. Washington, I think, could be a sneaky competitive team in the Big Ten because of Desmond Williams. But he just takes too many sacks. He needs to work on that. The last guy I have is Dylan Riley. Now, people are saying Boise State, Ashton Jeanty was a system running back. This is running back you and all that. No. I don't agree with that. Dylan Riley just is a phenomenal player. He's a dog. 21 touches, 255 yards rushing, 5 rushing touchdowns. Air Force had no answer for bro. The week prior, he had 6 carries for 123 yards. Give him the ball 35 times, and this Boise State team could just be just fine. His burst of speed is crazy. The acceleration is crazy. He's outrunning everybody. It doesn't matter where he gets the ball, and it doesn't matter how many defenders are around him. That kind of speed. 85 yards receiving too as well in this game. So anytime you get the ball in his hands, he's going to find the end zone. So I really like Dylan Riley. He's a home run hitter, more of a home run hitter than Jeanty was, more breakaway speed. Still is a little physical, not as physical as Jeanty is, but Boise State has themselves another top running back in college football with Dylan Riley.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.